guys, Happy New Year, January 1st on this Friday. It is the first editorial of the year. This is it, the first one of the year. And what am I doing it about? A canine. This is a pretty good one, though, to start off. Well, I don't know. It's a good story to start off the year with, but it's not a good story. It's a very sad story. These canine dogs with the police, it's almost like they're not even dogs or animals. It's almost like they're just objects. They're used and then they're thrown away because we don't need them no more. People say, I've heard people say in the past that you can't foster out a canine because they bite or they're mean. Well, this officer found that out the hard way. Thank you, NBC Boston, for this story. A police dog was shot and killed Tuesday morning by its handler when it attacked the officer while both were on duty in Plymouth, Massachusetts, authorities say. Patrol Officer Keith Larson and his canine, Nico, were among the officers who had been called to a parking lot about 9:20 a.m. for a suspect who fled the scene. Details of what the officers were responding to have not yet been provided. As Keith Larson was preparing Nico in the parking lot, police said Nico latched onto the officer, biting him during an interaction. Police Chief Michael Botteri said, I don't think it lasted more than 30 or 45 seconds, which is a long time for him to go through that, and as I'm sure you realize, difficult for a canine officer to dispatch his own dog like that. Here we go, cops explaining. Oh, he went through 45 seconds of being, that's a long time for this poor officer to get bit by that dog. And it was so hard for him to have to put it down. But it doesn't say it says the officer tried several attempts to disengage the dog, but was forced to discharge his service weapon, according to Chief Botteri. Did he use pepper spray? Did he use a taser? Did he try any other less than lethal means? Doesn't say. Now, they said they were called to a scene. Were there other officers on scene that could have sprayed the dog? I don't know. Lori Medeiros, who works nearby, said, quote, I heard about 3 shots. I got up to look outside, and in doing so, I saw a police officer down on the ground in obvious distress. Nico succumbed to his injuries. Larson was taken to South Shore Hospital to be treated for injuries to both of his hands, police said. Medeiros observed it looked like he definitely had some serious injuries to his hand and up his arm. Nico had been assigned to Keith Larson in August 2019. Back in April, the dog bit him in another incident, police said. Following that incident, both the officer and the dog had to be retrained and recertified in July, according to the police. Chief Botteri said, we have them evaluated by the Canine Academy. They decide if the dog is deployable, and they take both the officer and the canine back to the academy for a period of time, and they make a decision whether they are certified for service, and they were both certified for service and were back in service in between July and August of 2020. So again, here's this poor dog. It was just something they used and then threw away. I mean, it's sad that the dog was biting him. It is sad, but I don't know, some of you are going to go, no, it's not. But what's really more sad is that he had to discharge his weapon to kill a dog that was trained to attack. The dog is trained to attack suspects. And the dog goes out and grabs the suspect and bites him to hold the suspect. So the dog does what it's trained to do, and it gets killed. I don't know. I know some people are probably going to disagree with me on that, but that's how I feel. This dog was doing what it was trained to do, and it got killed for that. It got put down for doing what it was trained to do. Yeah, she's taking off. He's taking off. This cat's like, not me. Anyway, guys, Happy New Year. Thank you for watching the first editorial of the year. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers, to include poor canines that get put down for doing what they're supposed to, and from coast to coast.